Alright folks, today I got another Instant Pot video for you. I got some baby back ribs laid out here. We're going to do some Instant Pot St. Louis style baby back ribs. Y'all stay with me. Alright folks, so what you're going to need is at least a 5-quart Instant Pot here. You're going to need a little liquid smoke there, a cup of water, sweet baby raised barbecue sauce, and a little bit of your favorite dry rub, and it don't matter what it is. Now, we got to take that membrane off the back side of those ribs right there, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright y'all, if y'all take a good look right here, this is the back side of your ribs. For your baby back ribs, I'm going to flip that dude over, and that's all that good pretty meat right there. So the first thing we got to do is take this membrane off. This membrane is basically the lining of the inside of the rib cage of that hog. The easiest way I know of to take it off is with a butter knife. Alright, butter knife's got some rough edges on it right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide it under the bone. We're going to work that membrane loose off that first or second bone right there. Just going to lift straight up. And when I get a hold of it right here, now I got bare bone and meat exposed. So I'm going to take that butter knife with them rough edges, and I'm going to lay it into here. I'm going to wrap it around and roll it up. And I'm going to pull straight up. If y'all see that right there, those ridges in that butter knife help you get a hold of that membrane. You'll wrap it up, put your thumb on it. Look at there. That's how you pull that membrane off in one stroke. It's all done. Now, we ready to do some seasoning and get this thing on with. Alright, so folks, I got him turned back over to the meat side. That's the side we pulled the membrane off. We got nothing but good meat and bones exposed here now. So I'm going to turn him back over to this side right here. I'm going to get my dry rub, which is my favorite for barbecue ribs. Southern Links, barbecue, Dirty South, competition blend. I'm going to dust this thing down real good. I'm going to coat him up. Y'all know I like my seasoning, so here it goes. I'm going to dust it down and get it good and dry rubbed up. Now this stuff's going to soak in, and you got to get it on there good and thick so it soaks down. You gotta rub it in, make sure that, you just kind of rub it down into them bones and into that meat real good. Get a good coat on it on the top. Y'all see what that looks like? Woo! Lord have mercy, that's a good set of ribs. Alright, so I'm going to hit the bottom of it. Just a little dab. And I've got this side dry rubbed up. Both sides all done. I'm going to rub that stuff in on these edges and everything. Get it all worked in here good now. Alright, so we're about ready to go in this Instant Pot here. Got me a good thick layer of dry rub on here. Now, if y'all ain't cooking with your Instant Pot, I'm going to go and tell y'all now. Y'all missing out, because this thing right here will do this rack of ribs. It's going to take about 45 minutes to do this rack. When they get done, they're going to be fall off the bone. I want y'all to take a look right here. I'm going to hold this rack out. Y'all take a look at where the bones are, even with the edge of the meat and the cut line. Now, whenever we get it out of that pot, the meat's going to draw back from the ribs. And that's how you know your ribs are almost done or done. They're pulling back away from the end of the bone there, and they're getting ready to fall off of the bone. That's where you want your ribs. You want them fall off the bone done. So guys, I got me a good marinade going on here. A lot of times I put brown sugar on this and add to it, but guys, I'm out of brown sugar, so we're going to have to settle for this tonight. So if you want to add a little brown sugar, you just drop it across the top and rub that brown sugar in on it. And I'll be honest with y'all, the brown sugar, if you'll add a little honey to it, that right there also makes for a good rack of ribs. Now this is going to get real here in just a minute, so y'all stay with me. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to get this thing ready. So we got a little bit of liquid smoke right here. If y'all can't see that, look at there. Liquid smoke. I put about a tablespoon in when I do a rack of ribs, or I do country style ribs. So I'm just going to pour about a tablespoon in the bottom, and that right there just gives you a smoky flavor like you've smoked it on the grill. I ain't got time to go outside and fool that today because it's too cold and I ain't worried about it. So I got me a cup of water here. I'm gonna put that in the bottom. Now down in here I've got my grate. That's the grate that goes down on the bottom. You're gonna leave that in there. Now you're gonna take this rack of ribs right here. I'll give y'all a good shot at this. I'm gonna curl them up in a ball, just like that right there. Y'all see how I got them? I got them rolled up, and I'm just gonna set them off in here. All right. I'm going to leave them in a circle. Just like that right there. Now, let me get them arranged real good. That way they stand up on their own. You want them just to stand up by themselves. Alright, and there's where we at right now. Y'all see how my ribs are sitting on top of that grate right there in that liquid smoke and water? About to seal her up and get her done right here, boys. Alright folks, y'all see the steam coming out right here? I'm going to show y'all a little trick right quick. So, if you want it to go ahead and lock down and start cooking and not wait on it to cook, to lock up, just take your hand right here and bump it one time. Look at her. She's sealed off. And that's how you do that. 45 minutes. Gonna be some good hog rolling up out of that thing. Get her done. Alright folks, so the 1 minute just ran out and I got L000. So right here when people say you want to do a slow release, I'm going to do a 5 minute slow release on this pot. So when it says L005, that's 5 minute slow release. Alright, so if y'all take a good look, I'm at L005. What I'm going to do right now is release that pressure. I'm going to turn that valve, release the rest of the pressure. Once that pressure is released, we're going to pull them out. We're going to lay them over here on the baking sheet, and we're going to start brushing them down with a Sweet Baby Ray's. So y'all stay with me. Alright, so 5 minutes slow release. Going to pull the lid, drain that water off. I got my tongs here, and you want to handle these real easy. If y'all take a look right here, these bones are starting to poke through the meat. I'm going to pick them up real slow and easy. I'm going to move them over to this flat baking sheet. I'm going to lay them out here flat. Now, y'all see them bones right there? I know y'all see the bones are sticking out. Alright, so we got to brush them down with the Baby Ray's and get them ready for the oven. So I've covered the whole top with Baby Ray's, and I'm just going to brush it into all the little nooks and crannies on here and get this stuff worked in. Now, what's going to happen is when I put this on the in the oven, it's going to caramelize that Baby Ray's and make it like steakhouse style ribs. And be honest with you, my family likes these better than they do any steakhouse that cooks them. So these things are going to fall apart. And I mean, they're going to be something good. So I've got them all brushed up right here. Now, I'm done brushing them up. I'm going to put them in the oven. I've got it set at 525 degrees, broil. Alright? So I'm going to broil them on 525 for about 5 minutes. And we're going to have some nice instant pot ribs. Alright folks, just got them out of the oven. And I'm going to show you what I got here. So if you look right here, rib bone. How about that? And that's how ribs are supposed to be. So there you go folks, I got me a plate full of instant pot St. Louis style baby back ribs. And it didn't take me but 45 minutes plus 5 minutes in the oven. These things right here just fall apart. Look at there, it just slipped off the bone. And melt in your mouth. That's some good stuff right there. Y'all try this recipe. It's really good. So y'all stay tuned for more Living Country with Jones. Hit that subscribe button down there. Look down there in the bottom right corner. You see subscribe. Touch that. You're subscribed to my channel. Then you can see any video I post. If you don't want to see it, just don't hit notifications. I don't care. But hey, y'all let her rip, and we're going to let her rip out here. Have a good one.